Yeah, the whole thing would just be stupid that it would only work partially during round one and then work in full every other round after that. But there certainly could be a pattern to it, like Lloyd's pointing out in chat right now about it going with, and Stewie's been talking about it based on what ship the guys are on. And all right, so let's go back here, somewhere back here. Nope. I did a few. Here we go. So I did a few Jem'Hadar solos earlier today. All right. So Giorgio is on my Tribune in this case. She's here. That's just 5/6 con. So bam, right off the bat, she's proccing the burning. So Vorcha is shooting and is not doing the isolytic damage, but the Tribune is getting the isolytic damage. And even after it shoots later in the round, yeah, still not getting the isolytic damage there. All right, well, we can actually test this theory right now, if it really is that. We just switch ships. And we just do this. We put her on the Vorcha. We put them on the Tribune. And we go hit the same target, which was a 54 uncommon. All right, so let's go find out if this works or not. Officer with the breach has to be on the strongest ship for all ships to hit the breach bonus. In this case, it'd be burning, which is kind of the same thing. So when we had the person with burning on the second ship, it only worked on that ship during the first round. All subsequent rounds after that, it worked out just fine. So as you can see, Vorcha there not doing the burning damage. Tribune did do the burning damage because Giorgio is on the Tribune. Then we get into round two, it's still burning. Now the Vorcha is doing the isolytic damage as well as the Tribune, just doing the 1% based on the artifact that I have. And as you can see, she's on the middle strength ship, not there. And just in case anybody cares, this is what I had going on the Defiant. Now we're going to do another one of these targets again, except this time we have flipped the ships. So now Giorgio is on the Vorcha, which is the bigger of the three. And we will see if this theory works. Then, because she's on the bigger ship, the Tribune should do burning damage, and isolytic damage rather, in round one from the burning triggering. If it doesn't work, well then it's only applying based on... It should only apply based on the ship, I guess, that has the burning. I think that's what we're going to talk about. Stewie says if the test comes out the way he expects, he'll poke them again in the dev chat to try and get them to rectify this situation. Because at least, hey, we've done their job for them. We've identified the problem. Now all they have to do is fix it. So we'll take this one right here in the front. Same target. Lloyd, you were talking with DJ about it. You were really odd. Okay. He might not have listened to you if you were really odd. I mean, DJ's a little odd himself, right? In a good way, but we're all a little odd in a good way. There's odd in a quirky, whimsical kind of way, and then there's odd like scaring people at the bus stop. Odd. And that's not what the kind of odd we aspire to be. All right, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Well, first off, we won. Woohoo! Wasn't too worried about that. All right, so if our theory is correct, the Vorcha should do isolytic damage, and so should the Tribune because Giorgio is on the bigger ship. Bam, there's the burning that we needed. There's the Vorcha doing the isolytic damage because she's on that ship. That should happen. And now, yes, here is the Tribune doing the isolytic damage as well in round number one. In the previous example, it did not do the isolytic damage in round number one because Giorgio was on the second medium ship. So therefore, only the ship that she was on, in that case, the Tribune, actually got the isolytic damage. So there you go. We solved it. We have solved the mystery. My job here is done for the night. All right, this was a good job. Good stream, everybody. Right, that's true. If I had a third ship here, if this was like another battleship, if I had a Katinga or an Augur, or you know a specialty ship that they haven't made yet. Oh, well, I guess they made the sarcophagus. That's a battleship, a specialty battleship, right? Yeah. So if I had any other third ship here, by having her on not the first ship, only the ship she was on would have triggered it. But by putting her on the biggest ship, all three of them would then get the benefit of it in round number one. The fight went 8 rounds. Did that little bit of isolytic damage make a big difference? Probably not. It still went 8 rounds last time. So it's not a huge deal. Obviously, it's not a huge chunk of damage. You're only shooting a few extra times. But every little bit counts, right? And we want to make sure that the mechanic itself is working right because this could be something bigger next time. Oh, looks like we're doing some formation Armadas. We have full groups? Yeah, it looks like they got full groups ready. They don't need me for these. Well, I'll send one ship on over just in case. I have to go repair my Defiant anyway. Is this just for solo Armadas? Well, I mean, I don't know of how it would impact group Armadas. I guess it wouldn't matter for group Armadas because you're only doing it. I mean, I guess in a crazy world where somebody else is running a battleship and they have the artifact, but they're relying on me to give them the burning to trigger their ability, it would probably follow the same principle where it might work for them in round number one, depending on, I guess, if my ship is bigger than theirs. Or not. So it seems like for solo Armadas, this is the way it's definitely working. So, hey, Pirate Yar, welcome on into the show tonight. Glad to have you here. Time to put burning on your Vorcha and Picard Bev Janeway on the Tribune. Well, when I get Janeway unlocked, I'll start considering some crew options for her.